Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and this is one of the bikes out of the inventory that we're selling. It's something that looks like it just came out of the Harley Davidson catalog from 1981. As you can see by the photos and the video, it's absolutely freaking gorgeous, and it's all Harley, the entire bike. It's very, very rare to find a 35-year-old Harley. This is an antique. It's listed as an antique by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. That's in this kind of shape that runs this good. I'm going to give you a quick demo on it, show you how the lights work, and I'll bring it in, and I'll tell you the rest of the history of the bike. So, electric start works perfectly. It's got a brand new battery on it. Idles beautifully at 1,000 RPM like it's supposed to. Perfectly on kit. Everything works like brand new on this bike. It's well preserved. Show all the lights on it. High beam, low beam, left turn signal, right turn signal, to the rear. Hand brake, hand foot brake work. Generator lights on. Everything's 100% electrically on this bike. The day it came out of the crate. Everything works beautiful on this bike, and it's all original. You'd be hard pressed to find a finer example of an 81 Sportster. I've ridden a lot of antique bikes and older bikes in my day, classics, and I'd put this right up in the top 5 as far as the way this thing runs. Can you kill the fans? This bike has original, to find an 81 Sportster that has original paint on it, that's in mint shape like this is, original seat, original bars. Let me just tell you what's not original on this bike, okay? That'd probably be easier. The fuel petcock has been replaced with a brand new one. The fuel line and fuel filter are brand new, and it has a period correct eagle iron. They used to call them eagle irons. It's a screaming eagle iron carburetor. It's actually out of the Harley Davidson catalog, so it's actually a Harley Davidson part, but it's not what it came stock with. And it has a set of drag pipes on it. They're pretty quiet. They're baffled, and the bike runs beautifully. We just did a complete go through, and I'm not going to call it a restoration because it didn't really need it, but we went through the entire bike front to back, and I'll point everything out. First thing we started with was the compression. 135 pounds per cylinder, right where it's supposed to be. No oil leaks anywhere around the bike. It did have an oil leak on the transmission. The transmission and primary are the same on this bike, so we had to pull the right side of the engine off in the starter and fix that transmission seal. That was the only seal that was leaking on the bike, indicating the kind of care this bike has had and what a quality machine it really is. The foot pegs are all original. All the foot peg rubbers are mint. The oil was changed. It has a brand new battery in it with a battery tender lead on it, and the carb was rebuilt. All the lights work perfectly on it. Starting at the front of the bike, it has a brand new, come take a closer look here. When I say brand new, this has 3 miles on it. It's a brand new Dunlop Harley Davidson tire. This isn't aftermarket stuff. This is Harley Davidson right on the side of it. Original equipment Harley, brand new tire. The brake system is completely rebuilt front and back. The brake calipers were dismantled and completely rebuilt with a Harley Davidson rebuild kit. It has New hoses, and the master cylinder was rebuilt. The original master cylinder was rebuilt. It also has a Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle fork brace, which is, that's a Harley Davidson accessory. You can take it off or leave it on. I just am amazed at the condition of this bike being all original. The forks were completely rebuilt. They're completely dismantled. New fork seals were put in. The chrome is in perfect condition on the forks. Very, very rare to find them like this. The paint is in excellent condition. The original reflectors are on the forks still. This caliper also was rebuilt. The wheel was taken apart, and when the new tire tube was put on, a new rim band was put on, and the wheel bearings were repacked. So the front end's all completely reset. The whole front end was taken off the bike, and then as you can see, it's still got the grease coming out from the bearings being greased. The front end's all re-greased. One other thing that isn't original on the bike is the rubber grommets that hold the front end here, right here, that hold the forks on, or the handlebars on, were a little bit worn out. So we replaced those with brand new OEM. They're an OEM Harley Davidson part, so there's no play at all in the bars. It's as tight as the day it came out of the crate, brand new. The whole front end is the bearings, the rubber gaskets, the tire, the fork seals, the fork oil, everything's brand new. All the service items have been replaced. And I'm talking tire, brake pads, brake fluid, nothing that affects the originality of the bike. They're all OEM Harley Davidson catalog parts. Has the live to ride, ride to live graphic on the tank. The odometer has 23,000 miles on it. The backlights on both odometers work perfectly. The speedometer, the tachometer work perfectly. Again, all the electronics are perfect on this bike. Rare to find in a 36-year-old bike. The seat is in excellent condition. The rear fender is in excellent condition. Has the OEM stock rear tail light. The rear wheel is in mint shape, excellent shape. It does have a mint condition set of chain and sprockets on here. They're not worn. So the bike's in just in great shape, as you'd expect of an original condition classic like this, or actually now an antique. So if you have any questions about the bike, give me a call, 860-916-9784. All proceeds from the sale are going to the New England Motorcycle Museum. This came out of the museum inventory to help pay for the museum restorations. Bike's in fantastic shape, pretty much speaks for itself. It also has new spark plugs and spark plug wires. That was part of the tune-up and a new air filter, so a new oil all the way through. All the fluids have been changed on the bike. Brake lines flushed. The rear caliper also has been rebuilt. The rear master cylinder has been rebuilt. There was 36.7 hours of shop time doing all the work on this bike, and a couple hour parts chasing time. So we got about 40 hours of labor into this thing. We charge $80 an hour, so there's about $3,200 in labor, and somewhere in the area of $1,000 in parts. So we put about $4,200 into the cleanup and resto on this bike. Looking at it, it has a couple of little nicks on the paint, but this is original. This is hand pinstripe, 36-year-old Harley Davidson paint. Very rare to find. Has a tiny little ding in the tank right here, like someone's nuts hit the tank or something. Bikes, like I said, speaks for itself. If you have any questions about it, give me a call. Hope it goes to a good home. I test rode this bike a couple weeks ago when it was warmer out. Took it for a little ride around town, and I was really, really pleased with the way it performs. It's a nice, relaxing ride. 4-speed wide ratio transmission, and it's just a joy to ride. Fantastic bike. Brand new brakes, brand new tires, completely tuned to perfection. The mechanic who worked on this, Lance, he built the Harley Davidson Sportster powered motorcycle, that 1340cc class that won the Land World Speed Record. He set the Land World Speed Record on the Sportster engine he built. He's familiar with working on panheads and knuckleheads and iron heads, and what I'm telling you is the guy that worked on this is a master craftsman. Okay, so this bike has been, any work that's been done on it has been done right, and it's a well-preserved example. Good luck finding a nicer one. I don't think they exist out there. And good luck bidding. Hope it goes to a good home. God bless.